Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is a monthly reading for the month of June. We're already halfway through the year almost, right? And so I'm here to do a reading for love, career, and finances for the month of June. How are you, Virgo? Thank you so much for clicking here. If you're brand new here, thanks for showing up here. I do this reading for all of the signs each month. And this month, and I usually try and get them out before the end of the month. If you are someone who is just showing up here and you'd like to stay, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live here. Hope you'll stay, and let's find out what's going on for you. All right, there it is. We've got action. Oh, all right. We've got action. It says you have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. So I'm going to say that it feels like there's going to be some action in your love life here, but it also feels like you have to be authentic. Please be authentic and you will attract authentic people, because it says here that you should express the unique, loving colors of your soul. So be authentic, show all of your colors, let the freak flag fly, Virgo, and you will attract the same. You will attract your people. It feels like you will be getting some action as it pertains to love. For career, we do have victim mentality. So I feel like there is somebody here who probably doesn't like where they work very much. The thing is that you're never stuck there. I'm going to say you can always make a change. It's just going to take a little bit of courage to do so. I've got somebody here who's, you know, there's a little bit of a loosey-goosey tie here and it's tied to them. And it's like somebody is worrying. It feels like they feel stuck somewhere, or they feel tied to something. And I'm just going to say that with a little bit of education and a little bit of time, right? We've got the time manager here. We've got these books. I feel like that you feel that things are falling in on you, or you feel very overly emotional, or you feel stuck in your emotions as pertaining to being able to move forward here. I feel like somebody is caught in victim mentality. Look, it's easy to do. You get into a job, you start to feel comfortable, and then they start to take advantage of you. And then you get comfortable on the wage, right? So sometimes it's that. Sometimes you get a great job and they start paying you well and you start liking it at the beginning, and then it gets to be horrible and terrible. You feel chained to it, right? You feel like you've been there far too long, that you're not learning anything anymore. You've hit the glass ceiling. And I feel like that's sort of the energy that I'm getting from this in the month of June here, that it's a little bit of victim mentality, that you can move forward if you want to, but you've got to want to. Tell me about finances for Virgo, please. Tell me about finances for the month of June 2025 for Virgo. We've got reaching your destination. Oh, very cool. Your light is shining brightly. So I feel like in terms of finances here, for some of you, we've got a castle. Somebody could be upgrading their home, buying a new house, getting a bigger house. Something is transforming. We've got a butterfly here, and it feels like it could be your finances. You're reaching your destination. This might be the month where you finally decide to start saving money toward moving into a bigger place, possibly, or just transforming your finances. It feels like that you know, we've got the bubble here, and it feels like the bubble is the place of it's a place of protection. So I feel like maybe some of you are maybe putting money into a 401k, or maybe you are looking at saving money in terms of protection, like maybe putting money into a burial plot, or you know what I mean? Like it's something that's going to protect you, maybe insurance possibly. But it says here that you're reaching your destination. So it does feel like financially you're reaching your destination. It could also mean that you're reaching some sort of a threshold of savings. It could be that maybe you've had a goal, and in June is when you're going to reach that savings threshold. We do have at the bottom of the deck, it says crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So it does feel like you are, she's in the middle of the bridge, she or he, I don't know. And it feels like you've been traveling by not a whole lot of light. I want to say that maybe you've been in the dark, traveling by just a very little light. And that means to me that maybe you didn't really know how to start, or where to start to save, or how to invest, or whatever it is. But I feel like by July, because this is the bottom of the deck, by July it feels like that you are in the middle of things, or that you finally have found your way to the middle, or, you know, the moon shows up with this light that you're carrying. Things become a little brighter. You start to realize that there is there's light at the end of the tunnel. We have hidden motivations in July here, and it says hidden motivations shows that she's smiling and she's got her hands on her heart. So what we see here is that this this curtain is being pulled back. Some of it's purple, some of it's blue. So the third eye is revealing something. It could also be the throat chakra, right? We're finally saying something. I've got to speak it out to the universe if I want it. So we have children. We have a, I don't know, it looks like a deer by a pond here. And we've got a big house in the background. So I think that your hidden motivations probably are your family in the month of July, it looks like. Motivation to love, motivation to be happy, motivation to buy that bigger house. We've got a big castle in the background and we have a castle in the bubble. So maybe that is your motivation for that month. We've got present. You'll live in the moment. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Present. So I was thinking present, like a Christmas present. So in the present, it says you live in the moment and are able to bring forth energy of love in your current circumstances. So I feel like this love that you have here, whatever action you're taking in love, is going to carry over into July, which is the bottom of the deck, which is the future energy for me. Let's take a look at what is going on with tarot. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. Tell me what sort of action is happening in terms of love for Virgo in June 2025. We've got the sun. I like it. Look, when the sun shows up, it's because there's a breakthrough. So if you are somebody who is looking for love or looking to have more action in love, I feel like there's some fun that's about to show up here. You might end up meeting someone who already has children, I'm going to say, or maybe you're the person who has children. I'm going to say be careful of the red flags. The kids are playing with the red flag. Be careful of the red flags, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of a breakthrough in your love life in the month of June here, that there really is going to be action, growth, feels like happiness, maybe having fun. The sun is out, right? So we're having fun in the sun, it looks like here. Tell me about victim mentality for the career. What do we do about this? We've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So it really does look like you are unhappy in the career that you have picked or the place that you are working within your career. And we'll talk about that a little more and what you can do maybe to remedy that or what you're supposed to do from here. Let's talk about finances for Virgo. Tell me about finances. We've got, oh, the Nine of Cups, good. We've got an overabundance of finances that you're going to be dealing with. So I don't know what this where this overabundance is coming from, but I feel like somebody's giving it to you. It feels like things are coming into alignment. Your wish fulfillment is about to show up. Your light is shining brightly. It feels like finances are going to be really good for the month of June. And it looks like it helps you to save money, to possibly put the down payment on the house. Something is transforming here in the month of June in your finances. I don't think you're going to have to worry about that. Tell me about love. Let's get a little bit more detail about love in the month of June. We've got the Nine of Pentacles showing up a lot. Oh, okay, got this here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles is showing up a lot for me today. We've got the High Priestess and we've got the Page of Cups. So it does feel like there is some sort of a new connection that is showing up here. Something that surprises you. I don't think that you're expecting it, quite honestly, but I feel like you are going to have the courage to face it. I feel like this person that's showing up, you know, they're kind of dressed a little off, a little unique, I'm going to say. Their dress is a bit unique, and I feel like it's, you know, this person that shows up is going to reflect who you are. So they're going to reflect your unique personality, Virgo. They're going to reflect, I feel like you're going to like them because they're going to mirror your energy. So whatever you feel is very unique about you, you're about to meet someone who has that same little bit of uniqueness that you have. They could be somebody who, like you, is quite psychic. We do have the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is also telling me that possibly this is something that you've been quiet about, not really telling your friends about, not really telling your family about, but I think that you've been hoping to meet someone. And I feel like the High Priestess is the one who is connected to the universe, like connected directly in co-creation with the universe. So I feel like, although you've been quiet about it, I think you're so close to it. It feels like this is probably something that happens in the first half of the month because the High Priestess is sitting in front of this this veil, right? And that veil is the only thing that separates her from the other world. So I feel like you have a knowing. I feel like you know that something is going to show up for you. I think it's going to show up quite by surprise for you. And this person will be single. I feel like you, that this Nine of Pentacles is telling me that you, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. It feels like you will meet them in a group of people, possibly. I'm just looking at, we got 3 on one side and 6 on the other. So I feel like you are going to meet them in a group of people, a community of people, or a network, possibly a friend group, somebody who might invite someone that you've never met before to a friend group. So a friend of a friend, it feels like. But I feel like this person is single. I also feel like you're in a very attractive energy. I think that you've gone through some sort of a glow up. This is the pre-Empress energy, right? The 9 of Pentacles. And I feel like you have had a glow up. You look really good. Like you're at this moment when this person surprises you or shows up, I feel like you're probably in the most attractive energy that you've been, and that you've worked really hard to get here. And I feel like you're very confident, I want to say. Your intuition is on point. So I feel like you're going to know this person when you see them, not only by the way they dress eccentrically, but I feel like they're going to have that little bit of whatever you have that you find attractive in someone else, because you also have that that little bit of uniqueness within you. You're going to see that in somebody else. Let's talk about your career, Virgo. Because I feel like you need to do something about being unhappy. It almost feels like you were very happy when you began there, but now you feel like a prisoner there, is what it feels like. We've got the Death card. It's time to go. I don't know if we could be more on point than that. Something's about to transform. It's time to go, friend. I feel like it's no more fun. I feel like somebody here is overbearing, is harsh with their words. It feels like it's almost emotionally destructive for you at this point. It feels like it's really that it's not a place that you want to be anymore. I feel like you will make this decision probably mid-month, but it feels like with the 7 of Cups being in the reverse, it feels like I'm no longer confused. I know that I need to go. It feels like with this person has got this serpent around the snake around their waist. It's like the life is being squeezed out of you here, is what it feels like. So I feel like you are making a decision, because the 7 of Cups in the reverse is I'm no longer confused about what I need to do. I feel like it is going to still be, you know, an overly emotional thing for you, because when we stay at a job, maybe you've been there 10 months or a year. When we've been there for quite some time, be 16 months, a year and a half, you start to make friends. They start to feel like family a bit, right? So I feel like you don't want to go, but you know that you have to, because this is just not the place for you anymore. Something's about to transform. Now, for some of you, if you decide to stay, even though you hate it, you may end up getting ousted. You may end up getting going anyway, because listen, the Death card is Major Arcana, and you can't stop the Major Arcana from showing up. The Major Arcana is going to show up, and you get to react or respond, one of the two. And I feel like regardless of whether you want to go or not, you're probably going to have to go. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, but look, the place that you're going is a blessing. I feel like that whatever is going to happen, whatever way you leave, whether you choose to leave or you have to leave, or maybe the business burns down, or maybe the place that you're working goes out of business. Like, I don't know what it is, but it feels like it's over, and it feels like you will be moving somewhere else. But I don't think that you need to worry about it, because the next place you go is the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like whatever way you leave is a blessing. I want to say this is a scarab beetle, and the scarab beetle is really about abundance. It's about blessings. I feel like you're being given a blessing from the universe. You're going to be off on another path here, and we've got obstacles in the distance. It's not like it's all going to be smooth sailing, but I feel like that this place where you are right now is really hard on your mental health, and I don't think that you're happy. And I feel like you're not happy if you have a family at home, that maybe you go home grumpy, and maybe it's hard on your family as well. So I feel like this is going to end up being a blessing for you. Tell me about the 9 of Cups here with these finances, because I feel like somebody is going to, like, you could get an offer of some sort here. This person is putting food onto that person's plate, and It does feel like it's something solid, something sturdy that's going to last. It's something that's coming into alignment or wish fulfillment to showing up in terms of your finances. Tell me more about this. We've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the King of Wands, and we've got the Five of Swords. Look, it could be something that you win in some sort of a legal fight. It could be that. The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, though, if you already are in a relationship, could be that you and the person that you are with work really great together. This could be a business partner, could be somebody who is a romantic partner. Take it as it resonates. You could meet somebody while doing something financially that ends up being a romantic partner. But the King and the Queen of Wands, they mirror each other. So I feel like that you are somebody who's independent. You never give up. You're very resilient. And I feel like you are meeting up with somebody who is the same. So this person might be a mentor for you. You might be a mentor for them. But it feels like the finances has been a hard climb, I want to say, but it's about to get easier because the King and the Queen of Wands are forged through fire, right? So they have had a hard time. Like, it's not been an easy time for them to get on the throne. But I feel like it's about to get a little bit easier from here. I feel like the climb has been hard, the fight has been hard, but I feel like you are reaching your destination, which I feel is telling me that things are about to get a lot easier financially for you here, Virgo. I'm just going to put down a few cards to see if I can get you some advice for the month. What's advice overall for Virgo for the month of June, please? We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Ace of Swords, and we've got the King of Swords. It does feel like you're making something official in the month of June. It feels like you will be speaking out, or maybe there will be an official person showing up to bring you information about how you can get on a new path. This might be in your career. This could be financially. It feels like this person is the one who is going to interview or sign off on it, or whatever it is. Somebody is going to speak the truth, and I feel like it's going to result in some sort of a contract or an aha moment for you, a moment of clarity. And it feels like that there is some sort of new path that you're going to be going on. Just want to talk about this Page of Cups a little bit. I'm just going to say in terms of love, it feels like that you'll be meeting someone in the month of June, and it could be a Leo, possibly, maybe a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer, maybe a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn maybe. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Is there anything we need to know about this surprise that shows up for Virgo? We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Six of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Swords. So Virgo, I feel like for some of you, you might be moving. If you move in the month of June, I feel like you meet somebody at that place. For some of you, you could be moving careers, and you might meet someone at the new career place. So it feels like wherever it is that you're going to get your excitement and stability, you're moving toward that, I'm going to say. The Knight of Swords tells me that something is showing up pretty quick, pretty aggressive. The person that you meet is not going to mince words about how they feel. So I feel like they're going to be flirty immediately. They're going to be very honest and truthful with you. They're going to make a lot of conversation. We do have Seven of Swords. You're not going to trust them right up front. We got 6 and 1 in the hand of the Knight. And it might be because they're kind of aggressive with showing you their feelings, possibly. It feels like it's sort of like right in your face, a breakthrough. The sun is in your eyes. You can't really see them. It's sort of a surprise or a shock, it feels like. But it does feel like it eventually goes from a place of chaos to a place of calm. And it also feels like you... it might be at a time when you're moving. Look, it could be the moving crew. It could be whatever it is. If you're moving, it feels like you're moving away from a home or moving to a different home. We've got the Devil, the King of Pentacles, and we've got the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be making an obsessive amount of money, an obscene amount of money in June. Is what it feels like. Your finances, it feels like your finances are good with the wish fulfillment here. And I feel like you have a mentor. I feel like it's been a really hard fight to get to where you want to be, but I feel like you're going to make an obscene amount of money in the month of June here. I think you need to keep it to yourself. Keep the transformation to yourself. I feel like it's been a really long ride for you here. It's been a very, very long time moving into this financial wealth stage of your life, but I feel like it starts here. I'm not saying a bag of money gets dropped on your head. Like, I mean, I hope it does and it doesn't hurt you, but I don't think it comes to you all at once. I think it's something you really have to work for or fight for, but I feel like June is the month where your finances finally come into line or into alignment, or the wish fulfillment finally shows up after all the fighting that you've done to get to the top, is what it feels like. I'm going to leave this right here for you. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I'm going to go for now, but of course I'll be back. Have a beautiful June, and I'll be back with July's reading, of course, at the end of the month. You guys take care. Bye-bye.